Long before glowing dials and digital screens, there was a secret hidden in the pockets of the elite. A watch that told time not by sight, but by sound. The minute repeater was more than a marvel. It was a whisper of genius in a world of darkness. But how did this invention survive centuries, and why are collectors paying six figures for its song today? Stay with us. What you'll hear near the end might just change how you think about time itself. The journey of the minute repeater began in the late 17th century, a time when nocturnal timekeeping posed significant challenges. In 1676, English cleric and inventor Reverend Edward Barlow developed the rack and snail striking mechanism, enabling clocks to audibly chime the time on demand. This innovation laid the groundwork for repeating timepieces, allowing users to determine the time without visual confirmation. Building upon Barlow's foundation, English watchmaker Daniel Quare advanced the technology by miniaturizing the repeating mechanism for use in pocket watches. By 1687, Quare had devised a mechanism that allowed pocket watches to chime the hours and quarter hours, making time audible at the press of a lever. This development marked a pivotal moment in horology, as it brought the convenience of audible timekeeping to portable timepieces. While Quare's quarter repeaters were revolutionary, the desire for even more precise audible timekeeping led to further innovations. The exact origins of the minute repeater, capable of chiming hours, quarter hours, and minutes, are somewhat debated. Some sources attribute its invention to English watchmaker Thomas Tompion, while others suggest that advancements by horologists like John Ellicott in the mid-18th century played a significant role in its development. A monumental advancement in repeater technology came in 1783 from Swiss watchmaker Abraham Louis Breguet. Prior to his innovation, repeater watches utilized bells, making them bulky and less practical. Breguet introduced the gong spring, a coiled wire that produced a clearer and more resonant sound when struck by hammers. This invention not only enhanced the acoustic quality, but also allowed for slimmer watch designs, revolutionizing the construction of repeater watches. The evolution of the minute repeater was not the work of isolated geniuses, but rather a symphony of collaborative efforts across Europe. Horologists exchanged ideas, refined mechanisms, and built upon each other's innovations. The transition from large, bell-striking mechanisms to compact, gong-equipped movements was a testament to the shared pursuit of horological excellence. In contemporary horology, brands like Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, Vacheron Constantin, and Jaeger-LeCoultre have elevated the minute repeater to an art form. Patek Philippe's minute repeaters are so finely crafted that each is personally approved by the company's president before being released. Jaeger-LeCoultre, with its ultra-slim repeaters, showcases how complex beauty can be packed into incredibly thin cases. These watches are not merely timekeepers, they're symphonies in miniature, often costing six figures or more, and collected by enthusiasts who understand the rarity and craftsmanship involved. At Time's Ticking, we take immense pride in our ability to restore and repair these intricate timepieces. Recently, we had the honor of servicing a 19th century Bailey Banks & Biddle minute repeater, and a Huguenin Breguet minute repeater arrived to our repair center yesterday. Bailey Banks & Biddle, established in 1832, was renowned for its high-quality jewelry and timepieces, often collaborating with esteemed watchmakers to create exceptional pieces. Huguenin Breguet, on the other hand, crafted exquisite watches in the early 20th century, with their minute repeaters being highly sought after by collectors. So, how does it work? Inside a minute repeater is a hidden orchestra of levers, cams, racks, and wheels. When activated, Usually by sliding a side lever, a mechanism decodes the current time and translates it into a series of sounds. Gongs, often made from hardened steel or exotic alloys, are struck by tiny hammers driven by the watch's mainspring. A silent governor regulates the tempo of the chimes, ensuring each tone is spaced perfectly, neither rushed nor delayed. No batteries, no speakers, just pure mechanical genius. Today, minute repeaters serve a different purpose. They're not tools for darkness anymore, but rather statements of heritage, skill, and deep appreciation for watchmaking's golden age. They're revered not only for their utility, but for the sheer complexity required to make them sing. In a world ruled by digital convenience, the minute repeater stands as a tribute to analog excellence, proof that craftsmanship and tradition still have a place in modern luxury. To own a minute repeater is to possess a piece of living history, one that doesn't just tick, but resonates.